Predator is a film series which goes back to the 1987 action classic by John McTiernan. See also the same named Rare View.
Tell me about the mission. Did you see anything unusual?
It's above our pay grade. Do I get a cookie now?
Look, I get it. Something went down in Mexico. Nobody wants any witnesses. We need to know if you and your men pose a threat.
We're ranked.
2018, Shane Black's The Preydator in Germany, Preydator Upgrade, manages the unthinkable and ousts AVP2 from the last place. A soldier loses his entire team in the jungle to a predator. He does the only logical thing that any one of us would do in such a situation. Of course, send a few pieces of alien technology to an unpaid mailbox and swallow the rest. This gives his 10-year-old autistic son the opportunity to squeeze himself into the story. Of course, he understands the technology immediately, since everyone knows that autism is a higher level of evolution, which is why the Predator wants his DNA. Sure, are they the Borg now or what? Preydator Cubic was quite rightly crucified by the critics, at least by those who were able to recover from the shock of the first viewing. The $88 million fiasco made worldwide just $160 million back. From my point of view, the final nail in the coffin of this series. The next one, who would have thought that, appears then also directly to streaming. And since the Fox takeover in 2019 under Disney, great.
Come closer and see into the trees. The girl while you can. Come closer and see into the dark. Just follow your eyes. Just follow your.
In the tradition of other franchise killer like Ghost Witches 2016 or Term Vibrator 5 Genesis, Preydator Downgrade moves so far from his source material. Among other things, force fields are introduced and a transformative Predator killer suit. In principle, he is Predator in name only, but without it, simply a stupid, boring, completely meaningless piece of shit with retarded gags and questionable statements. This so-called movie seems like a troll job from somebody who wanted to see with how much he gets away.
Just follow your eyes.
Why do you want to hunt? Because you all think that I can't. I saw a sign in the sky.
2022 appears with Dan Trachtenberg's Prey, a prequel to Predator, and his first journey direct to streaming. To Earth. At the beginning of the 18th century, Naru from the Comanche tribe wants to become a great hunter, because script says so. It is not clear at any second what really motivates or qualifies her, except the others think I can't do it. She is not taken seriously by the men, except for her brother. In a vain attempt to hunt a bear, she sees how it is killed by a predator. She tries unsuccessfully to warn the other hunters, who are then lured into an ambush by the creature and killed. She and her brother are captured by French fur traders and end up as bait for the predator, which kills everyone except Naru, who lures him into a trap in the final, as Arnold once did. Prey is basically a remake of the original, this time with a woman as lead. And despite the obvious CGI stuff, especially with the animals and the harebrained premise, it can entertain with a somewhat interesting story, nice action scenes with an appropriate gore factor and a good cast, at least with the first watch. Naru mutates at the end into an all-knowing, invincible killer fighting machine with the Predator heat vision tricking healing herb plant, which lowers the body temperature in seconds as long as as necessary from red to blue, huh? And super strength, even taking out several men at once. While her opponents, especially the Predator, who gets shot by his own helmet, are getting dumber by the minute. Predator, woke, doesn't even come close to part 1 or 2, but is still Citizen Kane compared to all the sequels, including the AVP abominations. So the best among the unnecessary ones, that you never watch again anyway.
I hear her voice calling my name. The sound is deep in the dark. I hear her voice and start to run.
In 2025, we got by the same director 2 more Disney Girlboss consumer products, further desecrating the Predator franchise corpse. The first is a direct-to-streaming collection of short stories. In this moderately animated, ultra-woke, coupled-together fanfiction crap, which looks like a compilation of PlayStation cutscenes, 3 episodes introduce fighters, a female Viking, a samurai, and a World War II US pilot from different time periods. The shield-wielding, indestructible ice-water-resistant Viking chick is just laughable, who somehow managed, mainly thanks to the script, to defeat a Predator, since they are even dumber and weaker than the Dud from Prey, and primarily fall victim to their own weapons. Then in the 4th episode, on an alien planet, they have to fight each other in an arena, so that the last survivor can face the titular killer of killers. Of course, they defeat him, and the guys escape in the end thanks to the Viking chick, which herself is added frozen to the Disney Predator Girlboss collection, right next to the Prey chick.
Into the trees.
The same and even worse applies to Badlands. Here, Deke, a young undersized predator, wants to prove himself to his father, who wants to have him killed, causing his brother to die, by hunting down a notorious super monster with Terminator 2 T-1000 powers on a dangerous planet. It sounds a bit like Prey again, and with that gay skirt he already looks like a chick. And there he finds with Tia, aka a half smart-ass Wayland Yutani robot that gets Wookiee style dragged along like C-3PO in Empire Strikes Back, an unexpected ally. After Disney swallowed Fox and the alien queen was demoted to a Disney princess, that was actually totally expected from these unimaginative, man and traditional family hating hacks. Along the way they find an annoying pet as Baby Yoda placeholder called Bud. While Tia's synthetic sister Tessa, which sounds like Tesla, so obviously the bad guy, on behalf of the boss program called Mother, pursues them with more robots. I'm guessing brothers, uncles, cousins and the rest of her robot family. Needless to mention that in the Disney fish shop, universe, male robots are much weaker and less capable than even half female ones, of course. And men in general portrayed as stupid, constantly dependent on female help. Sure. The self-regenerating mythical monster turns out to be Bud's mother, so no surprise here I guess. Which is why it spared Dick at first, as it sensed on him her offspring. And Tessa manages to capture our heroes and the Eco T-1000, he just gets frozen like in T2 along the way.
Suddenly I stop, but I know it's too late. I'm lost in a forest, all alone. The goal was never there, it's always the same. I'm running towards nothing, again and 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 again.
With a budget more than $100 million, the most expensive in the series to date, it made in the US $40 million in its opening weekend. Disney's PG-13, The Thing with the Two Heads.
It seemed like a good idea at the time. The white bigot was dying, and the black soul brother needed time to prove his innocence. Who would have suspected that neither would care for the idea too much?
Has so little to do with Predator that he is supposed to be the good guy here. What makes no sense at all, since this, along with the tired jokes, already didn't work work in The Predator Abomination from 2018. Strictly speaking, that's what ultimately destroyed the franchise. Also, Thea is practically the comic relief, constantly trying to be funny. So a female comedian? Probably the fantasy element here. Predator Disneyland's a noise similar to Disney's unwatchable Alien Peter Pan TV show. More on that in the same named Grave speech, with androids stolen directly from Blade Runner, who, like the Preydator, are constantly talking about their emotions and feelings. Because the only thing Disney is really good at is turning successful boys and man franchises, which everyone could enjoy, into unsuccessful girl boss and gay crap. Just like with Star Woke, Alien Pet, Hulu Razor, Dr. Gay, MCU, and so on. In the end, they defeat the evil sister, obviously also a James Cameron fan, since they are now ripping off aliens, and Deke flees with his new family home, where he proves himself thanks to the script by killing his real one, aka his bad father. And it is hinted that his mother is on the way for another Preydator sequel. But only if this silly ultra-woke female empowerment garbage makes enough money, which I'm pretty sure it won't.
Okay.